your voice of the valley, AM 1450 KBMW. Turnerable Office back again for an Optimum Athletes segment. This is brought to you by Optimum Rehab in Wahpeton. Make sure to optimize your health at Optimum Rehab. If you didn't know, they're literally just like right over there. So make sure to stop over and introduce yourself to Tony. He'll do a good job of getting you back to 100%. And if you're at 100%, I still don't think you're going to have the season this guy just got done with. David Erlandson hopping in the studio. Also, our intern, Dave, having a fantastic senior campaign. And congratulations on earning all state honors as well. So tell me about your senior year, my guy.
Well, I think it's the senior year you kind of dream of. You know? Ever since I was a kid, this is kind of what I want to do, is play cowboy football, and it all culminates with a senior season. And goes down in the history books. You know, we didn't win it, but it's about as good as we could have done. So
Yep. You guys were just setting history after history, and you know, you guys won your section title. It was the second time you got to be part of a section championship team. First win at the state tournament since 2001, and then first trip to the state title game in 30 years. Just tell me about how great it was to share that with your friends and be able to just continue to do things or kind of hit uncharted waters.
Well, you know, ever since like 7th and 8th grade football, we had a good group of guys who we loved playing football together, and there's probably 15 of us, and those same 15 have kind of transferred over to senior year. You don't see it a lot where the 7th and 8th grade teams stick together, and those same guys are out for football their senior year. We just had a really good group of friends, of teammates, and then really athletic players that made this season possible. So being able to share that with like your class, that was pretty special.
Yep. And as someone who covered you your whole career, I could see game one that you just found another gear heading into your senior year. Tell me about the preparation that went into that off season. I know you guys were in the weight room like crazy, but also you just made so many jumps with your speed. You know, just tell me a little bit about the off season prep.
Well, definitely a lot of time in the weight room. I mean, Monday through Thursday at 6:30 in the morning. You know, we had the guys in there, and I think we had a lot more commitment this summer than we had any other summer previously. So it just made it a lot more like fun to be in there and fun to be working hard. So that was a big part of it. And then I spent time outside of the weight room doing speed training and things like that. Went to like football camps and stuff this summer and just was a lot more active in football. So kind of when the season started, I was already in good shape and ready to go. And then I think also part of it was just getting older, you know, kind of compared to when I was a freshman. I just couldn't really give you an explanation, just bigger, faster, stronger, a little bit more age. I think that helps.
Yep, and obviously we've talked so many times about the great family lineage, you know, with all three of your older brothers being fantastic football players. And tell me about Steven particularly, because you guys played the same position, so obviously those were a lot of things you wanted to catch up to. So tell me a little bit about how fun it is, and I'm sure that at the same time there's some pressure, but now that it's all said and done, I'm sure you can say that it was kind of a fun journey to have to try to catch him.
Oh, definitely. I mean, obviously you can tell I wore number 21, so did Steven. He's kind of the inspiration behind that. Ever since I was a kid, we had these highlight tapes that I'd watch on repeat, and all I wanted to do was just be like Steven and be the running back, and so kind of had that in my mind going into high school and gave me something to chase, kind of an older brother who was, I mean, while he was always there, he was always at my games and always texting me after the game, before the game, wishing me good luck, saying good job. I mean, the most supportive he could have been. But still, you know, a little bit of competition in the family. I still wanted to be better than him. So especially going into this year, it's kind of what my goal was, I don't know, kind of blaze my own trail and be my own person a little bit.
Yeah, you've definitely achieved that. But what do you think is one thing that you got from him specifically that you were like, it was like, I'm really glad he gave me this tip early on?
Oh, I don't know. Probably like 7th and 8th grade. He like taught me how to do like a certain type of spin move that you can like do out of a tackle. And I didn't use it too much, but I remember when I was younger, that was like my go-to. So.
I like it. And then obviously you were a little closer in age with Daniel as well. So when you were older and got to see him kind of flourish as well. So tell me a little bit about how you got even more excited for cowboy football watching Danny play.
Well, that was kind of the age that I understood more of like the football stuff. When I was younger, watching Stephen and Greg, I like knew what touchdowns were. I knew all that stuff, but you didn't really understand the ins and outs of football. Whereas 7th and 8th grade, kind of when I was watching Daniel, I started to understand more of like offenses and defenses and really going to every Cowboy game and spending a lot of time with him on going to his college games and his recruiting process and everything kind of prepped me for my future. I kind of got an early experience into what that's going to be like when I was in high school. So I think that was having a brother kind of a good age ahead of you definitely helped me kind of know what I wanted to do.
Yeah, definitely. It makes it a little more familiar when you get to the process, I am sure. And speaking of that process, if you wanted to tell us a little bit about, just kind of what your ideal fit would be for a school next year.
I am currently committed to Bemidji State to play football. So
Dave, what is going on, Dave? That's good to know. Now, you could have told me that before the interview, my guy.
Just decided kind of last weekend, and
Congratulations!
I haven't put anything out there on social media or anything, so kind of just the family. And,
I was like, I'm behind the eight ball here.
No,
Congratulations!
It was pretty private information till now, but I'm excited. So
yeah, tell me about what made that the school for you.
I don't know. Just kind of thinking about they're a good football team, obviously a good program and everything, but I thought a lot about like the time you spend in the town and with the people that are going to be there, and like the area of Bemidji. I was like thinking like summer liftings and stuff, like that area, being out in like Lake Country all summer long. That sounded awesome. And then I had talked to like Carter Fredrickson and some other players at Bemidji currently, and just the way they described their experiences there was something I really liked and really wanted to follow. So.
Yep. Carter, a Breckenridge alum as well. For the folks who don't know, what did Carter say about his experience? He was starting lineman for the team. Hopefully, it's something that we can actually talk about on the radio. So.
No, he was good. He just kind of described like the relationships he made with his teammates and like how much fun he had, like doing things in the city of Bemidji, like the going out on the boat in the summer or the job he worked for the city, things like that. That just like kind of. I was having a tough time making a choice on which college I wanted, but those kind of just felt right to me. So.
Oh, congratulations again, Dave. And going to be playing running back?
Yep.
All right. Yeah. You never know sometimes with because I'm one of those coaches, or if I was a coach, I'd be one of the people who's trying to put all the best players on defense. Kind of that NDSU formula a little bit. So I had to ask, as you made some strides on defense this year. Let's talk about that really quick here, because we talked about your brothers before. With Greg kind of being in the trenches. Funny enough, Steven was a DN. A lot of people probably don't even know that, who aren't really as familiar with Steve. And then Danny was kind of more so on the D-line too, but also got a little bit of time at linebacker. You were just a linebacker through and through, 4-year starter there. Tell me about your progression there from freshman year to now.
Well, definitely freshman year, I was kind of just an extra body out there. I mean, nobody really expected me to be making any plays, and that was kind of a nice, being a freshman, you don't need much pressure on you. I kind of just took up blocks for the other guys to make plays, and then by the time you're a senior, you got to be the one making the plays. So there's no more time to take a block or just go hit somebody. You gotta start playing with your hands, and you gotta learn more skills that are gonna allow you to make tackles, and then putting on weight. That was one thing that really helped. Playing at 160 pounds my freshman year compared to like 205 this year. It just, you don't get moved around as much. You can kind of, especially in our class of football, being 205 pounds is a pretty big body out there. So.
Yeah, for sure. And moving on to the state title, or the state all-star game. We haven't talked about that this whole time. So tell me about that experience. First guy to take part in the all-state football game since David Bergquist in 2011, I want to say. And I'm trying to think of the last Cowboy to earn all-state honors. Was it Steven?
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. We'll have to go back on that one. But I want to say Steve got all-state honorable mention, but I could be wrong on that. But just tell me about the all-star game, and then kind of the accolades that have been kind of coming in this at the end of this year.
Definitely an unforgettable experience. I'm super thankful to Coach Yagi, and he's kind of the one who kind of promoted me to the selection committee, or I'm not exactly sure how it all works, but he was kind of the one vying for me to get in. And then my teammates kind of who made it all possible. I mean, as a running back, you know that no matter how good you are, your O-line is what dictates if you're good or not. So that just kind of realization of that made it really special. I wish they could all come play with me, and being there running behind a line of different guys wasn't quite as fun, but the experience down there was awesome. I mean, it was 4 days of the football wasn't that much of it. We practiced for maybe 3 hours a day, but a lot of time spent with friends, and I think probably 30, 40 D1 commits there. I mean, it was a lot of good talent, and ultimately, I think I found my college roommate there.
Oh, nice.
Yep, my roommate for my hotel room is also going to Bemidji.
Oh, funny.
So we're planning on rooming together there, and that's going to be fun.
Oh, sweet.
So, a lot of good things have come out of it, I think.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, glad that you could have that experience. And looping back to that O-line, what would you say was the thing that really you loved running behind them the most this year specifically, because obviously you'd spent a few years in the backfield, but this year's O-line was just paving lanes like crazy. So tell me a little bit about what you thought made this line unique.
Yep, I think they, compared to last year, we ran the exact same offense, but this year it just felt different. I mean, everybody I mean, there wasn't any mistakes really from the O-linemen. They knew their assignments, and they just got it done. Whereas last year, I mean, 4 guys would block it really well, but we'd have one guy, it would be somebody different every play. They'd make a mistake, and we weren't quite able to just kind of get going. But this year, all 5 guys on the same page, working hard in the weight room all summer, and, just kind of every play every time we'd call a run play, I just knew they were going to get the job done, and all I had to worry about was just running forward, and not too simple, or not too complicated. And
you had a lot of teammates who had fantastic campaigns as well. But let's shine a light on your classmate as well, Cooper Roberts. Both sides of the ball, having one of the best wide receiver seasons for a Breckenridge player, as well as a great playmaking season on the defensive side of the ball. So tell me a little bit about what you saw from him. And is this something you expected of him coming into the year?
No, honestly, I didn't think he made a really big jump, like athletically, I think, from last year to this year, speed-wise. And, I mean, he's always had, like, good hands. He was able to catch the ball, just kind of found a way to bring it in. But this year, I think, bailed us out of a couple games. I mean, the teams that really sell out on the run, there's only so much you can do. When we, like, played Parkers Prairie in the Dome, they had, 9 guys in the box a lot. I mean, numbers game, you can't win that one. So having a good quarterback in Riley and then receivers who were able to make plays, I mean, that's the reason we won that game, and we wouldn't be in the state championship without him. So
yeah, I'm not sure what my answer is going to be in 10 years, but I think it's going to be like a 1A, 1B, like favorite moments from that season. It's going to be Coop's 90-plus yard TD in the Dome, and then your 4th down stop in the Murray County Central game. Man, that was fantastic. That was some football stuff.
Oh,
man.
Yeah, definitely. I was pretty juiced up after that one, you can tell.
I think I was on the broadcast, I'm assuming. But fantastic season and a record-setting campaign as well. So it was just so fun to see you leave kind of your stamp on this era, Dave. We're going to have to do a re-ranking of the running back list that from our podcast that we had at the beginning of the year. But safe to say you're going to be 1 or 2 for sure. Yeah, I'm not going to spoil it here, but it's pretty tough for me to go against my classmate. But just anything else you'd like to add, man?
Not really. Just thankful for the community in Breckenridge. Getting to play in Breckenridge or getting to play Cowboy football is it's special. I mean, there's a reason I've wanted to do it since I was younger, and then finally get this season where everything worked out. It was awesome. Yeah,
different shade of green. It's my colorblind eyes, but off to Bemidji State, and gonna do fantastic things at the next level as well. David Erlandson, appreciate you, my guy.
Thank you.
All right, you've been listening to Optimum Athletes on the Voice of the Valley.
Getting you back to what you love. We are Optimum Rehab. For over a decade, Dr. Tony Eggeman has provided physical therapy services for the people of Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding communities. We're a small practice that sees our patients as individuals. Through hands-on techniques, our patients have their treatment plans tailored to their exact needs. Sprains, sore muscles, back pain, achy joints, rehab following surgery, you name it. Optimum Rehab is your answer. When you need exceptional physical therapy, you need Optimum Rehab.